Hello, I'm Storm Track 12 meteorologist Ellen Baca, and we'll be going a little bit more in-depth into Hurricane Sandy, and today is Sunday, October 28th. Taking a look at Sandy right now, this is the infrared imagery, so it's not really capturing the full structure of Sandy. In all reality, the storm is much more impressive looking on visible satellite. It has more of those cloud bands wrapping around. Infrared satellite just kind of shows us where the most intense moisture in the system is. With this, you can still see the center of circulation there moving off the coast, pretty well off the coast, about 300 miles away from Atlantic Beach area. We're still seeing those tropical storm force winds impact our region, and we'll continue to see rainfall throughout the day. But as the storm tracks north of us, we could definitely see that rainfall move out of the southern regions and then start to impact our northern counties, especially continuing to unload a couple of inches. So the flooding potential isn't over yet. It's just going to shift to the north. Places like Bertie County, Martin County, Washington County might want to be a little bit more on alert because there's a lot of moisture still with this system. All right, quick look at the forecast track. You can see Sandy is still maintaining that Category 1 hurricane strength. One of the reasons why is it's going over really warm ocean waters and it's not being torn apart as much by some of those fast upper level winds. So pretty strong system as it continues to move past us. Tomorrow morning still could be seeing some tropical storm force winds for our northern counties because of this. Depending on where it makes landfall, we could continue to see those tropical storm force winds impact our region on through Tuesday. And the big thing is this storm is going to be one big deal for the New England states. Even though it's downgrading just a little bit after landfall, it's got a lot of really big factors that could mean bad news. Big snowstorms, high surges, high winds moving into places that aren't usually prepared for storms like this. All right, currently this is what we're looking at. Wind gusts north at about 30 miles per hour overall. A little bit faster around the Outer Banks. We're seeing just a little bit in terms of moderate flooding in down East Carteret County and along the Neuse. Nothing too catastrophic or even moderate at this level. Here's something kind of interesting. If we take a look at what Beaufort's been doing, the wind trend from about 1 o'clock yesterday through 11 o'clock this morning, you'll notice we've already hit the peak of the storm for the most part. 51 mile per hour wind gusts there. Now we're starting to downgrade from about 35 mile per hour wind gusts. And then if we continue the future track just for Atlantic Beach nearby Beaufort, notice it continues to go down as we go through Tuesday. So in general, we'll start to see the winds decrease here, especially for southern counties. Northern counties could continue to see a little bit of an influence. All right, so this is a 500 millibar map. Kind of shows you where Sandy is. Do you see those closed contours over in the Atlantic, those circles, that bullseye? That's where we're seeing the low pressure associated with Sandy. And then you'll also notice we have a big dip kind of in those lines tracking down from Minnesota all the way down through Kentucky. This dip in the jet stream is going to really capture Sandy and try to take it on up and then move it into the New England states. If we step through here, you'll see they kind of sink together there right overnight tonight into Monday. Continue to do so as we get to early Monday, and that's what's going to drag it in over New England. That's why the forecast track keeps on roping it around. Now check this out. Do you see how many closed contours we have here? This is a very strong storm. It's going to be wrapping in a lot of moisture, a lot of heat, and it's going to be clashing with some very cold air coming straight down from Canada. So we definitely have a historic storm possibly on our hands here as we go on throughout the beginning of the work week. And the effects might not be as bad for us here, but I'm sure we're going to be seeing tons of stuff in the news about this system. Last thing I just want to cover really quickly here. With Sandy kind of passing off to our north, it is going to allow us to see some of that colder air that's been held at bay for the past couple of days to finally move in. So here we see that cold front stationed across North Carolina as Sandy continues to move up and out along the coast. That cold front is going to be dragged up with it, and cooler air is going to pull into our area, so our temperatures are really going to drop as we go on throughout the next work week. In fact, here's what we're looking at in terms of your planning forecast. The winds remain, the showers start to clear, especially for southern counties, but we say goodbye to those 80-degree temperatures we've become accustomed to the past couple of weeks. Instead, we're going to be seeing highs in the 50s. So Sandy, definitely a concern for us here, more a concern for the New England states, and we're fairly lucky that it just kind of sideswiped our region. And remember, we'll have continuous updates on Sandy as well as the rest of your forecast on this YouTube channel.